I mean, in retrospect, with so many decades that have passed, why do you think that Dave walked away at the height of the show? Because it was on its way to being the biggest thing on television.
I really do, but people won't understand this, but I really never knew the answer to that.
So all the times you guys spent since then and all the shows you guys have done together.
We don't talk about it.
Just don't talk about it.
We don't talk about this shit. And then I remember when I saw him, like maybe some years after he left, I wasn't like, where'd you go? Why'd you go there? Because I know that question, that was one of the biggest news stories in comedy and entertainment. I'm like, how many times has he answered this question? And I was more focused or concerned about being a good friend, comrade, than, all right, why'd you do this or anything like that?
Yeah, it's just one of those things that's going to go down in history. And, you know, I think that it set a bar for a lot of people. I remember when Nick Cannon was going to leave, forgot what show, America's Got Talent. I remember he called me and he was saying like, well, you know, because Dave left at that point and he's viewed a certain type of way. And I'm thinking about doing the same thing. So a lot of people after that compare themselves to him doing that. But there was so much money involved in everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't. Like, I think Gerard Carmichael was like that. You just can't. It's like, it's only going to be one Dave. Yeah. It's only going to be one Dave Chappelle. It's going to be only one guy that has that type of character that's really willing. There's not too many people that's going to walk away from $50 million.
Listen, I was up on Chappelle way before the Chappelle Show. So when the show came around, I was like, oh, I've been watching this guy already. Great.
But if you think about that, you know, Dave has always been accepted in mainstream. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain class of people that always fucked with him. And one of them was like, and to be quite honest, it took a while for the streets, for Dave to resonate with the streets. Nutty Professor, they was warming up because people like, and I'm saying a lot of like some people felt like, oh, I know it sounds weird, or he's too smart. His comedy makes you think. Someplace they don't want to think, they want just the crafts in your face stuff. And that's what always separated him. But he never compromised his style and try to suit anybody. He was always a smart comic. He never was a guy that, you know, went to just do the dick and pussy jokes just to get people laughs. But I really believe that show resonated in the hoods. And I think that's when, like, he always had a group of people, but I think that's when the world came along and said, oh, this is the guy. And I'm pretty sure he was like, I've been this motherfucker. Y'all just didn't catch up. You know?
Well, yeah, man. And it was great because since you and I did our last interview, which I think probably about 10 years ago or something, you got to see Dave come back at the highest level. Once he started dropping those Netflix specials. You know what I'm saying? Because he had been...
Yeah, but he wasn't in the public eye. But at the same time, he was still doing comedy shows.
Right, but not on the level of these Netflix specials. That's all I'm saying. I was going to his shows. Right? But once those Netflix specials came around and then you start hearing the money behind it and everything, it's like, oh, okay, this guy's now essentially the king of stand-up comedy right now.
He was.
It was dope to see.
Yep.
Were you there when he got attacked on stage?
I wasn't. I did every show but that show.
Oh,
my God. I was on a flight going to Atlanta and I wanted to jump off that bitch, man. Because I was still at that point when you take off on the plane and you can still get reception and shit. All I heard was like, what the fuck? Dave just got attacked on stage. I'm like, emergency exit. I'm like, out the window. Yeah, I was like, man. No, I did every show but that show.
Yeah, I remember his last stand-up. He was like, the media, like, reporter, I was like, Dave was allegedly attacked. He's like, allegedly?
Allegedly, no, he was attacked. He was attacked, you know?